everybody, hope you guys are doing extremely well. This is Supratik Acharya and thank you again for joining back my channel. I hope if you like the content that we post every day, you make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel because it just helps us stay motivated, right? Thank you, everybody. Today we'll be going to discuss about a few of the important topics regarding the World Cup. The World Cup is actually happening in the Caribbean and as well as in the USA. But then there are certain things that you guys have asked me in the previous videos, as a result of which I just thought of posting this video and getting all of those answered. The first question that came to me was Pakistan. Pakistan performed Pakistan performed at a level where they shouldn't have performed. They're losing out to USA. They're losing against big guns, losing against big nations is still something that you can accept being a Pakistan fan. But then losing out to USA, actually hasping on Gafkim to go past Canada, losing out to India. This is definitely not something that any of the Pakistan fans would have ideally wanted to be a part of. But then my question is, everybody is blaming Babar, everybody is blaming Babar Azam and Rizwan for their performance in this T20 World Cup. But just let me know one thing. I know you guys are very much annoyed by their strike rate. Definitely a strike rate below 100 in today's day and age definitely is not something that any of the fans would ideally want to see. But then tell me this thing honestly, is this something that is pretty new to you guys? Is it something that, oh, you guys just realize now that probably they are not of that caliber, they are not of that T20 standard? Is this something that is very new to you guys? No, right? It's not, because honestly speaking, how can it be? They have been performing like this for years now, for 10 years, for probably a decade. They have been performing this way. How can you say something that it's not, it wasn't visible to you guys? It wasn't something that the PCB, the Pakistan Cricket Board knew? How can you say that? You can't say that, right? Because they have been performing this way. You know that Babar Azam takes time to build his innings. You know that Rizwan takes his time to build the innings. You can't be blaming it on them that they are not performing at that strike rate, they are not performing, they are not going all guns blazing. You can't be saying that. Also, the fact that probably the strike rate got a bit derailed as well because of the pitches there, because of the pitches in Florida, New York, they are not of their standards. Probably the outfield is also pretty sluggish. So definitely that is one of those reasons. But definitely you can't be blaming on to the Pakistan players like Babar Azam and Rizwan for performing that way, because they have been playing that for 10 years now. You always have been pretty much adamant on the fact that you want Rizwan and Babar to stay and you want to steady the ship that way. Probably the other players will just come and go, but they will hold on to the wicket from one end. Definitely that has been the way Pakistan has actually performed as a team, has functioned as a team. But definitely there is no big guns who are actually capable of taking the game right away from the opposition. There are no such players like that. This is the first thing that I wanted to discuss. I don't think that Pakistan should actually sack Babar and Rizwan for their performance, because if they would have done it, they should have done it 5-10 years back itself, because they are not of the play. See, Virat Kohli takes also takes time in building his innings, but then he at least performs at a level, at least performs at a strike rate which is pretty much adaptable to the T20, to the modern T20 game. That is what I'm trying to say. He at least performs at a strike rate of 140, 150, which is still fine. But then Babar and Rizwan, they have always been performing below 90. That is not something that you should ideally even acknowledge. It's not their fault that they have been taken with this team, right? It's the PCB's fault that they couldn't actually nurture the group of players who should actually be a part of this team. That is the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing was the timings of this match. How can you start matches at 10:30 in the morning there? Like if somebody is actually waking up at 7, how do you expect them to go and watch a match at 10:30? They don't have any work, they don't know how to actually, they don't have anything else apart from cricket. They also have their own life, they also have their own children, they also need to do their own studies. The school kids will go to school, college will go to college kids would be going to college, probably their occupation jobs as well. You can't be expecting somebody to go to the stadium at 10:30 in the morning and watch two nations play. Definitely doesn't function that way. This is definitely something that Pakistan, as this is definitely something that ICC should have actually thought about. Definitely, I know that they are trying to cater to the subcontinent audience, but then why are you saying that you are trying to globalize the sport? If you are actually trying to globalize the sport, think about a timeline which is actually feasible for all. Don't just cater to the subcontinent audience. This is definitely a problem that I have seen ICC do for so many years now. If you're actually trying to take the sport to US and Caribbean, just give it, just play at a time when they are actually feasible, when they want to actually come to the stadium, they want to watch the matches. Give them the time as well. Empty stands, no people are coming to the stadium, you are playing in empty stands. That is not a good advertisement for the sport as well, right? If somebody new is actually coming to the stadium and watching the match, definitely they won't be interested to watch cricket for the second time. This is definitely not a good advertisement for cricket. And stop advertisement, stop your promotions for the subcontinent. I understand the subcontinent gives a lot of viewership, gives a lot of broadcasting rights. I get all of that, but then don't actually to accommodate the Indian matches at 8:30, you are asking them to play at 10 in the morning. That is definitely not something that you should do, actually, being an ICC. How can you how can your idea of the playmaking be so fragile? Just don't get it. This is all I wanted to have. This is all I wanted to discuss with you regarding the video. If you do like the video, kindly you make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel. It just helps us stay motivated. Thanks. Cheers. Bye.